Hi friends, welcome to my YouTube channel. Here in this video I'm going to explain when and how to use the simple past tense. Okay, are you ready to begin the lesson? Okay, let's begin the lesson. What is the simple past tense? The simple past tense expresses an activity or situation that began and ended at a particular time in the past. All things happen in the past. All things started and ended at a particular time in the past. Okay, the action started in 2010 and ended in 2012. Or the action ended in recent past, yesterday, last week, last month, etc. Okay, let's look at some examples. She bought a new car last year. Last year is a finished time expression. They watched a movie last night. I graduated from university 3 years ago. We won the football match yesterday. All these actions happen in the past. And we use the finished time expression. Last year, last night, 3 years ago, yesterday, etc. Note, if a sentence contains when and has the simple past in both clauses, the action in the when clause happens first. For example, Marina got up when her children made noise. See here, which sentence happened first? Of course, the action in when clause happened first. The action first, her children made noise, then Marina got up. Her children noise made Marina get up. When I got home, I called my friends. Which sentence, which action happened first? When I got home first, or I called my friends? Which one? Okay, first I got home, then I called my friends. The action in the when clause happened first. She yelled when she saw a thief in her house last night. First, she saw a thief, then she yelled. Time expressions in the simple past tense. There are many types of finished time expressions that are used in the simple past tense. They are like last Friday, 5 hours ago, 10 hours ago, last night, 2 nights ago, 10 nights ago, last week, 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago, last month, 4 months ago, 5 months ago, last year, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 100 years ago, yesterday, 3 days ago, the day before yesterday, in 2015, in 2016, in 2019, etc. Last May, last June, on June 15, on June 16, in the morning, in the evening, in the afternoon, etc. There are many types of finished time expressions. Okay, let's look at some examples using these time expressions. She left the class 2 hours ago. 2 hours ago is a finished time expression that started and ended in the past. A burglar killed a man in his house last night. I bought a new computer 3 weeks ago. 3 weeks ago is a finished time expression. He graduated from school last month. Not this month, but last month. We got married 5 years ago. We have been married for 5 years. We got married 5 years ago. I met one of my friends yesterday. Yesterday is over, is ended. She was born in 2010. Now she is 11 years old. She was born in 2010. We had breakfast in a hotel in the morning. Subjects that are used in simple past tense or any other tense. Subjects are I, we, you, they, he, she, and it. The helping verb is did, which is used with all the subjects. And the main verbs are used in the second form or the second form of the verb. In the simple past tense, we use the second form of the verb or the past simple form of the verb. And the main structure is subject plus main verb plus object or complement. And instead of main verb, we use the second form of the verb. Let's make some example using this structure. Positive. Subjects plus main verb plus object. I clean the windows. We clean the windows. You clean the windows. They clean the windows. He cleaned the windows. She cleaned the windows. And it cleaned the windows. We cooked the food for dinner. We use the subject. Cook is the main verb and food is the object of the sentence. She washed the dishes last night. She is the subject. Washed is the main verb, the second form of the verb. The dishes is the object and last night is time expression. Negative form. Subject plus helping verb plus negative adverb not plus main verb plus object. I did not clean the windows. We did not clean the windows. You did not clean the windows. They did not clean the windows. He did not clean the windows. She did not clean the windows. It did not clean the windows. Remember, when we use the helping verb did in the simple past tense, the verb used in the base form. When we use helping verb, past helping verb did, the main verb used in base form. If we do not use helping verb did, the main verb is used in second form. In positive structure, we use the second form of the verb, but in negative or interrogative, we use the base form of the verb because we already have the past helping verb and we do not need to use the past simple form of the verb. We use the base form of the verb in negative and interrogative sentence in the simple present, in the simple past tense. We did not cook food for dinner is the negative form of we cooked food for dinner. Here, we did not cook food for dinner. Subject, helping verb, plus negative adverb not, plus the base form of the verb, plus object. And she did not wash the dishes last night is the negative form of she washed the dishes last night. Interrogative. In interrogative sentences, the helping verb comes at the beginning of the sentence. It precedes the subject. Did plus subjects plus main verb plus object. Did I clean the windows? Did we clean the windows? Did you clean the windows? Did they clean the windows? Did he clean the windows? Did she clean the windows? Did it clean the windows? Here we used the base form of the verb because we have the past helping verb here at the beginning of the sentence. Did we cook food for dinner is the interrogative form of we cooked food for dinner. And did she wash the dishes is the interrogative form of she washed the dishes, etc. How to make contraction in the simple past tense. In the simple past tense, we contract helping verb. Did with negative adverb not. Did not becomes didn't. Subject plus did not plus main verb. I did not work, we did not work, you did not work, they did not work, he did not work, she did not work, and it did not work. Okay, let's look at contracted form. Subjects plus contracted form of did not plus main verb. I didn't work, we didn't work, you didn't work, they didn't work, he didn't work, she didn't work, and it didn't work. I did not have dinner last night. Contracted form, I didn't have dinner last night. Full form, he did not play soccer last week. Contracted form, he didn't play soccer last night. We use contraction because it is very easy to say and to speak. When we speak, we use contraction, but we do not use contractions in formal writing or academic writing. Regular and irregular verbs. We need to know what regular and irregular verbs are. Regular verbs. Regular verbs are those verbs that form the past simple and the past participle by adding d, ed, or ied to the base form of the verbs. For example, walk becomes walked, study becomes studied, organize becomes organized, etc. Irregular verbs. Irregular verbs are those verbs that do not have any specific role. The first form of irregular verbs and can be restyled to create the past simple and the past participle. In irregular verbs, we do not add ed, d, or ied to the verbs. Just we restyle the form or the shape of the verb. Speak becomes spoke. The spelling is different. Speak, S-P-E-A-K, S-P-O-K-E. Speak becomes spoke. Take becomes took. Buy becomes bought. Okay, how to add d, ed, or ied? Regular verbs. Most verbs simply take ed without any change. For example, talk becomes talked, watch becomes watched, walk becomes walked, clean becomes cleaned, cook becomes cooked, etc. Verbs ending in e take only d. For example, advise becomes advised. Advise ends in e, that is why we add only d. Advise becomes advised. Arrange becomes arranged. Create becomes created. Ignore becomes ignored. Rescue becomes rescued, etc. Verbs ending in consonant plus y. First, drop the y and then add ied to the verb. For example, cry becomes cry. Here, the verb cry ends in consonant plus y. R is a consonant letter that precedes the y. Cry becomes cried. Okay, we drop the y and then we add ied. Cry becomes cried. Try becomes tried. Fry becomes fried. Marry becomes married. Rely becomes relied, etc. One syllable verbs ending in CVC letters, double the last letter and then add ed. What is CVC letters? CVC letter is consonant plus vowel plus consonant. If a verb ends, if one syllable verbs end in consonant plus vowel plus consonant, we double the last letter, the last consonant, and then we add ed to the verb. For example, stop becomes stopped. Here stop ends in consonant T, vowel O, and consonant P. We double the last consonant and then we add ed. Stop becomes stop. Here see, stop, the past form has two P, has double P. Stop becomes stop. Stop becomes stopped. Plant becomes planned. Slim becomes slimmed. Admit becomes admitted. Wrap becomes wrapped, etc. Okay, let's move on. Some irregular verbs are take, took, taken. The first form, take, the second form, took, and the past participle or the third form, taken. Write, wrote, written. Spoke, speak, spoke, spoken. Tell, told, told. Meet, made, met. Bring, brought, brought. Buy, bought, bought. Fly, flew, flown. Drive, drove, driven. Send, sent, sent. Teach, taught, taught. Say, said, said. Feel, felt, felt. Drink, drank, drank. Eat, ate, eaten. Go, went, gone. Get, got, gotten. Keep, kept, kept. See, saw, seen. Give, gave, given. Okay, let's move on. Short answers in the simple past tense. How to give short answer. When someone asks you a question, you don't need to answer her or her question using a long sentence, because there is a possibility or there is a way to answer his or her question very shortly. How to give short answer? The way the question starts is the way you will be able to answer it. For example, if the question starts with did, you can answer it with did or didn't. Let's look at some examples. The questions and the short answers. Did you go to school yesterday? If you went to school yesterday, you can say yes, I did. If you didn't go to school yesterday, you can say no, I didn't. Did you go to school yesterday? Yes, I did, or no, I didn't. Did they study their lessons last night? Yes, they did. No, they didn't. You don't need to say yes, they studied their lessons last night. You can answer it with did, with the helping verb. Yes, they did. No, they didn't. Did she wash the dishes? Yes, she did. No, she didn't. Did he call you yesterday? Yes, he did. No, he didn't. Did it rain last night? Yes, it did. No, it didn't. Did Ken have lunch with you last week? Yes, he did. No, he didn't, etc. Let's move on. Some more examples in the simple past tense. She helped her mother cook food. Positive form. She did not help her mother cook food. Negative form. Did she help her mother cook food? Interrogative form. A cat broke the windows last night. Positive form. A cat did not break the windows last night. Negative form. And did a cat break the windows last night? Interrogative form. They graduated from school last week. Positive form. They didn't graduate from school last week. Negative form. And did they graduate from school last week is the interrogative form. Okay, how to use WH question in the simple past tense. We use WH words at the beginning of the question, the interrogative sentence. What did she cook last night? What class helping verb did. What did she cook last night? Where did you go yesterday? When did he leave the class? Who won the match? Why did he call you? Whom did you talk to yesterday? How did you get home last night? That's it. Thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed this video, please click the like button and subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't already, and turn on the bell notification so that you know when I publish a new English video here on YouTube.